is there more soldiers on the other side of that EMA? Did they go pick up new soldiers? Because, you know, now that it's weak, to kind of give y'all a little background, right? I love trading. I've done trading for a long period of time, and oh, come on, 4:30. Come on. Let's go. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Good afternoon. Looks like I had a little bit of technical difficulties on the first load up. Don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and the bell button. That way it lets you know when I'm back on, when this desktop wants to freaking crash on me. I guess this whole entire market rally and it doesn't want me to get the noise out there. But yeah, don't forget to hit that like, subscribe. I'm telling you, share it to friends and family. Let them know that I'm online. And by all means, everything is powered by Trade Hero. They're the ones that kind of support a lot of this stuff that's going on. And if you haven't checked them out, it's probably a good time for you to check them out. All right, let's go ahead and get right to it. The first thing I want to kind of break down is a little bit of what happened towards the afternoon in itself. Kind of broke down some of it, but we got real choppy. Etsy kind of broke down a little bit. This one kind of broke down a little bit, the XPEV, but I think I want to leave those alone because it was very choppy and I did not release any alerts on them because it was going to be a little risky with CPI data. And right now, I'm probably not going to send out anything as well because it's a little choppy as well. But here you go. If you want something risky, follow the trades that's inside of this video so that way you can see what is out there. It's going to be high risk, high reward, especially going into quad witching, and tomorrow's the contract expiration, so a lot of funky stuff can happen. Maybe buy some time to be on the safe side, but anyways, without further ado, let's go ahead and get right to it. So this morning, DoorDash had came in, and basically, you know, we talked about DoorDash. We was looking for this thing to kind of like play to the downside for like forever in itself, but that thing was doing all types of funky stuff. And yeah, this is what happened. The trade pretty much got dashboarded to the upside, and if you were playing the sell, this gap up was pretty much screaming at you that you need to get out of it. Now, for the most part, Dash has triggered another signal, which is the upside move, and we want to see a close above 233 for that to kind of continue. And then they already came for most of that gap. Can they get back into 252 and everything else? Yeah, possibly. So let's just see how this CPI data really pans out, and that will point us in the right direction. So high risk, high reward. Look for contracts in like January 2026. 232 would be a solid entry. 240, maybe go with a 250 contract to the upside, and you should be a happy camper if it hits those TP. And especially now that we can go ahead and readjust this pivot, because that is our pivot to go with that to the upside, and everything here just got destroyed when they kind of swept it. So we're going to see if this pivot can hold for a long period of time, especially going into 2026. All right, next one we have is Intuit. Intuit is the company that does TurboTax and QuickBooks. I was just looking at this chart myself. I'm considering this one for myself, but again, this is highly risky. $700 call, 710 calls, somewhere around there is what you want to go with in January. A close above 674 on the 2 hours, what we'd be looking for. So look for that around 130 and see if we can get up there. If not, we'll just leave it where it is. But that is my entry time frame all the way to some $700 contracts. Let's see, we got BP. Oil's getting its butt whipped, so BP can be one of them that's going to go ahead and face some of that backlash as well. You can see that gap down. Oil is getting to $50 a barrel now, I think it is, or some craziness. We'll look at the futures chart after, and I'll kind of point that out a little bit. And you can see right here is where you want to close below, under 33.78, and then you can play down to 32.53. Again, this is one that might be good for share shorting, so just keep that in mind, because the option contracts are very tight because the price action doesn't move so far. All right, and then I already broke down DoorDash, so we got that. Oh, actually, that's why I messed up. Disney, I did not break down Disney. Disney, with their conversation of acquisitions and stuff like that, and their partnership with Sora, I think this is a good sign for Disney on the creative space. They want to fill this gap. I know they do. Look for 117 call contracts. We got a couple more minutes until we get to 2 hours. So at 1:30, the same thing. If you want to be a little risky and get in now, because we did close the current candle above there, sometimes it pans out that way and sometimes you can run with it. But just be prepared to average in just in case it comes back to the 112 or somewhere deeper. But the average in would be a close above the 112 and the stop loss is down at 111. Like I said, 117 contracts would be choice. 120 psychological would be better and might print better. So just look out for those. All right, let's go over the ticker command. A couple things did come through on this side. Let's start with 930. Meta. This was one. They were shorting it. It got to TP1. Get out the way, folks. When your TP1 hits, yes, let your runner do the TP2. Do not, I repeat, do not chase the cat, because the cat scratched back. Now, the funny thing about it, the 2 hour just triggered something here, and I'll give you a nice little gem here. We're above the fair value gap and everything else. Let's aim for some $700 call contracts. High risk, high reward. High risk, high reward. $700 contracts on Meta. We're looking for some Januaries. And if it holds this level above 667.12, that's the entry that you want to get in on. High risk, high reward. All right, so look for that thing to close at 130 around this level, and then I should use that fair value gap as fodder, and then we just use the momentum to get up into that 692. That's where you sell, folks. It's $700 contracts and it's January. If it happens tomorrow, take your money, please. Okay, all right. Anyways, let's go ahead and keep this going. So that's Meta. We got Microsoft. I'm gonna have some fun with this because I know they all triggered today. All of them were just triggering all type of liquidity. All right, this one didn't trigger on the 2 hour, but this one actually closed off. If you were able to hold on that pullback, you would have been happy. Kind of looked like Amazon the other day. It just gaps, I mean, it trails down and then they gap up the next day. It's been very relatively annoying. Tesla. This one came in today. Might have some opportunities for this one. Let's come back to the 15-minute. Let's see what this looked like. Oh, already hit our TP1. Party is over. If you want to kind of take this trade to the upside, again, high risk, high reward, aiming for that $500 level. By all means, just wait for this thing to close above that 489 again, or you get in right now, assuming that they will. And then if you're going to average, it will have to be inside of this block, but your stop loss should be that entry, because if it comes that deep, yeah, you should be out of that. This lets you know that all these people left too. We got SoFi. Now, SoFi has been tricky lately, right? We had a nice little drop. That one panned out, but this pop did not really work out too well. So I don't know if the pops are going to hold like that. But again, 2651, that's what we're looking for. Right now it's at 65, so it's not too far away from the entry, but they did get real close to the TP. We're looking for $27, $28 for it to get up there and then possibly reject. QQQ, it did hit an alert letting us know, hey, it's time to kind of jump into this. This is like around 1026. Let's go look at QQQ so you can kind of see what that chart would look like. So yeah, so we got it. Well, we got an alert for us to get in at 610. Looking for us to get to 613 and 618. There is some room left, but it's about $1. One deviation closer to the money, so this is going to be very tricky for you to kind of monitor that one. Good red candle to buy would be what I would look for, but you never know. This thing might just start running away on you. But just keep that in mind. If you're going to take SoFi, the closer you get to 610, the better. But listen, folks, tomorrow's quad witching. It is going to be very, very volatile. I would say, if anything, I might post that Meta as a high risk, high reward trade, just to kind of recap that for y'all. Meta, right? But I don't want y'all to get into the trades and it's red before the end of the day. If it's red at the end of today, there's a strong possibility it could be red tomorrow. Can it go ahead and springboard and take off? By all means, yes. But I'd rather you safe than sorry, because tomorrow will be a very volatile day, as people are going to go ahead and cross contracts, get out of their positions, roll them, all that stuff. And that's going to bring in some volume and some volatility that you might not be used to. My seasoned traders, of course, I'm not talking to y'all. Y'all know how to handle that. But I want to see Meta in the next 2 hours close above 67.12, 667.12. It holds that, we're probably going to get to $700. All right, high risk, high reward. Anywho, let's go ahead and look at oil so I can really hammer home what I was talking about when it came down to BP. This is what oil has been doing. Came back to retest that 55. It kind of looks like an H pattern. Could possibly go lower. It just depends if they can get out of this block. Right now, it's not looking good. So that said, I think it's going to go ahead and give a little bit of retracement inside of the block. And then I don't know where it's going to fall down to the downside. So do as you may with that information. Don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and the bell button. Let your friends know that I bring solid content and alerts. Look out for the signal and the chart and everything over at Powered by Trade Hero Trading Alerts. And if you got any questions, you can follow me on Instagram, JD_the_great, as well as in YouTube and most social networks. And I bid you a farewell. See you later on this afternoon. Have a great day.